The walk around the chaotic streets, all the more unique. As far as tourist attractions go, you could think of Chiayi as a gateway city, although the hotels are great, and so's the shopping. Luckily for me, I had to sleep on the train, because on this occasion, the city was playing host to one of the biggest events in the Chinese New Year celebrations, the annual Lantern Festival. It's one of the most popular events in Taiwan, and different cities play host to it every year. And this time around, it was Chiayi's time to shine. When I'm travelling, I love checking out festivals. They give you a taste of the quirks of a culture. Now, one of the most significant in Taiwan is the Lantern Festival. It's kind of considered their second New Year celebration. It's celebrated on the 15th day of the first lunar month every year, and it's regarded as one of the most beautiful festivals they have. Now, this one's even more special because it's the Year of the Tiger. Go check it out. This is a huge event, like New Year's in Times Square, and attracts millions of visitors from Taiwan and abroad. The best thing about it is you don't need to be a local to enjoy or even understand the occasion, because it's all about the spectacular colours and design of the lanterns, and of course, as is the case with any celebration in this country, the fireworks. The event is a real family affair, with most of the lanterns on display being cartoon characters and playful designs in bright colours. Most of them are built by local schools and businesses, with prizes for the best designs. Apparently it's an honour to be on show, so everyone takes great pride in their work. To me, a lantern was always something my granddad had, but I have to say that Taiwanese have taken it to another level altogether. A lot of these things are works of art, and it's amazing to think that kids made most of them. The main attraction is the lighting of a huge lantern in the middle of the festivities, the design of which is a representation of the animal that the coming year is dedicated to. This time around, it was going to be the Year of the Tiger. This is such a huge event in Taiwan that the light show is broadcast live on national television. And I tell you what, there is no shortage of fireworks. The night sky comes alive with cracking explosions of thousands of colourful pyrotechnics. To an outsider, it can seem a little over the top. But when you think that this is their equivalent of the Sydney Harbour New Year's celebrations, then it kind of makes sense. It's one of those experiences where you're constantly going, oh, that's pretty. And you can't help but get mesmerised by the spectacular display. Even at my age, there's still something special about fireworks. Maybe it's just a little boy inside me that loves the idea of blowing things up. You can be forgiven for thinking that every church looks the same. A big building with a cross on the top and stained glass windows. But here in Yanshui is a church unlike any other.
I coming from Germany, Trier.
How long have you been in Taiwan for?
I came 1966.
Really? What made you want to come to Taiwan?
Why? Because some friends are already here. Yeah? Some priests. I study with them in Germany.
Now this is a pretty unique church, isn't it? I've been to a lot of churches, I've been to temples, but this one's a bit different. Why is that?
Some German priests, they come the first from mainland China, yeah, to start it here. And the idea was we have here to start not with German style, sondern with Chinese style.
And do the Taiwanese people here...
That we started with this style. Yeah, that's good.
And what's your favourite thing? Why have you stayed here so long? What do you love about Taiwan?
What I love?
Yeah.
The people.
Yeah.
The people are very friendly, the people are very talkative and so on. I like the people here. Really, also, when you know the language here, yeah, the people are very nice. Oh, yeah.
The unique thing about this church is the Taiwanese influence in the style of the building.
All the images of the Last Supper, Christ, and many scenes from the Bible were vastly different to what you would find in a Western church. They were all of Chinese appearance, including Jesus, which was a little unusual to see. Then there was the building itself. It looked like a Buddhist temple, full of colour and ornate Oriental designs. It was a pretty smart move by the designers to create a place that the locals were more familiar with, even if it was not all that conventional. Now, speaking of things unconventional, the whole time I was at the church, in the background I could hear the constant hissing and explosions of fireworks. Now, the reason for this is that on this day, what's normally a peaceful town becomes home to one of the biggest festivals in the world, one celebrated with millions of fireworks.
So at 6 p.m. tonight here in Yangshui, it's going to be the Beehive Cracker Festival. It's the culmination of the Chinese Lunar New Year period. And look, it's starting to get busy now, but you'll wait till later. It is going to be chaos.
The day-long festivities are said to have origins dating back to the late 1800s, when there was a cholera epidemic that nearly wiped everyone out. The townspeople prayed to Quan Kung, the god of war, and other deities to come and see the land. The residents lined the route with fires and firecrackers so the gods could find their way and also to ward off evil spirits. This wiped out the disease, so every year the people of Yanshui invite Quan Kun back to inspect the land. The traditional roots seem to have been blurred with more contemporary celebrations, and among the cultural performances there are more modern displays of gratitude to the gods. In the middle of town is a temple that acts as the central place for the celebrations. It's here that people come to pray and give thanks to the gods for their health and safety. It's also where the parade procession heads to and where the evening fireworks begin. Once a year, this normally quiet little temple fills with an endless line of people, all streaming in to seek blessings and show their gratitude. The noises from the celebrations outside come flooding in, and the thick smoke from the burning incense fills the air. Combine that with the intense heat and humidity, and you've got quite an intoxicating atmosphere. Now, I felt it was only fitting that I came here to pay my respects to the gods and ask for their protection, because later tonight I was going to put myself in the middle of the firing line. And you know, I thought I'd need all the help I could get. This isn't a Star Wars convention. As you're about to find out, there is a very good reason for these strange outfits.
If you want to get in amongst all the action while you're at the festival, you're going to need some protective clothing. And for less than $20 US, I picked up this stylish jacket and a helmet. So I'm going to be pretty safe, and I cannot wait for it to start.
The Beehive Rocket Festival isn't just about parades and pretty lights in the sky. At this event, you put on fireproof clothing, a helmet and gloves, and then get in amongst the massive crowd as rockets and fireworks are exploding all around you. It's one of the craziest and most adrenaline-pumping things I've ever done. I had no idea how scary it was going to be.
This is insane. When they said it was a rocket festival... Oh no! He's freaking out too! They said it was a rocket festival. I didn't realise people stood that close to hundreds and hundreds of rockets hitting them. I'm on fire. Oh, thank you, kind sir. This is the finale. Everyone's waiting for the last big bang. You're all excited? Yeah! Well, this is it. It's the big teapot. It's about 10 times bigger than I thought it was going to be. So I was trying to get to the back, but everyone keeps pushing me forward. I hope someone puts me out when I catch a light. Sorry, Mum.
It's only 100,000 rockets. How bad could it be? History or character. One such place is this hole-in-the-wall cafe. The Narrow Door Cafe is in a wonderful old building. It's got great views of the Confucian Temple across the road. It's fairly spacious but dark, and it's the sort of place you'd expect to find in Europe, not in the streets of a Taiwanese city.
Now that's a good coffee.
This beautiful structure is called Tainan Grand Matsu Temple. Apart from the religious significance, it was also the residence of King Ningjing, the last descendant of the Ming royal family. It's one of the largest and oldest temples in Taiwan, being built around the mid-1400s. And today, its cultural importance makes it an historical landmark.
This is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful temples in Taiwan, not so much for its grandeur, but for the intricate details, like the stone and wood carvings and all the beautiful artwork on the walls. I mean, just look at this place. It is stunning.
The temple has various deity statues throughout it, most of them located in the main hall. The largest of them is the 4-metre-high golden figure of Matsu, goddess of the sea. Because the temple is dedicated to her, the other deities present are mostly related to water, such as the Dragon Kings of the Four Seas. The many relics on display, like the ancient stone tablets and inscribed wood plates, are incredibly ornate and made by hand hundreds of years ago. They've aged through the years, but this has only added to the value that people hold for them. Tens of thousands of people come here every year to pray to the gods and to make wishes for prosperity, safety or health. Others, like me, come just to admire the spectacular architecture and the historical statues, and also to try and understand a little more about the Taiwanese people. While in the area, I decided to visit another historical site, only this one was from a different period of Tainan's complex history. It was originally a warehouse and probably full of the tea and opium that Taiwan2 used to trade. Once the British left, it eventually fell into the hands of the Japanese, who used it as a salt company until the end of World War II. Nowadays, it's taken on the appearance of an ancient ruin, giving it a look well beyond its age.